Hi everybody, welcome to this week's episode of What Do You Know Wednesday, where I'll be sharing 9 tips on how to reduce cost per lead in your accounts. I don't know about you, but all of my clients are lead gen, and cost per lead is a primary metric that I focus on, if not the KPI for the account. So finding ways to control it or help reduce it is always at the forefront of my mind. My first tip is to conduct an ad review. Run an ad performance report and analyze each ad. And something that I like to do is match up top performing landing pages that are converting well for low CPLs with high CTR ad messages, and then over time that helps increase conversions and reduce cost per lead. Also, you should remember to make sure that your keywords are in your ad text and on your landing pages, because improving your ad relevance will help boost quality score and will likely reduce your cost per lead in the future. My second tip is to lower keyword bids, and this is pretty self-explanatory. If you have a lot of keywords that are converting for CPLs way above your goal, then you should lower bids on those or consider pausing them altogether. And also, if you have a lot of keywords that have spent significantly without converting, you can also lower bids on those or consider pausing those as well. Thirdly, you can do a historical review. So find out where your problem CPL campaigns are, and then drill down to the high CPL ad groups and ultimately the high CPL keywords. Maybe you have keywords that in the past have converted for low CPLs that maybe aren't now, that you should consider lowering the bid for or pausing altogether. Something that I like to do is to run a search query report and look for terms that have converted at or below my CPL goal and add those into the account if they're not in there already. My fourth tip is to check performance by network. You can segment out your campaigns and evaluate their performance per network. So say that Search Partners just hasn't been performing well for a campaign, just go ahead and opt out of it and save yourself some money. My fifth tip is to check campaign performance by device. And this is becoming increasingly important with the increase of mobile users and the increasing importance in having optimized mobile landing pages. So in one of my accounts, I went through and segmented by device, and since I didn't have mobile landing pages, I discovered that in a lot of cases, mobile was just eating up money for each of my campaigns. So I opted those campaigns out of mobile and created separate mobile campaigns and paused those until I was able to receive mobile landing pages. My sixth tip is to try a remarketing campaign, and we've seen great success around our office with remarketing. And because these users are highly qualified, the CPL for remarketing campaigns tends to be substantially lower than in other campaigns. Number 7 tip is to add negatives. If you haven't run a search query report, this is definitely the time to do it. Adding in negative keywords will help filter out unwanted traffic and save you money on wasted clicks. And I also recommend conducting a negative keyword audit at least once a year, and that way you can make sure that you haven't excluded terms that could actually convert well for you. And this is especially important if you're inheriting an account from someone else, or if there are multiple people working on the account with you. Number 8 is to look into day parting data. Evaluate data per campaign by hour of day and day of week, and see if there are times where you can lower bids or pause account elements altogether that may have historically converted for very high CPLs or spent significantly without converting. My 9th tip is to analyze geographic performance. You can run a report from the Dimensions tab and analyze campaign performance according to geographic area. And this is especially valuable if you have your campaigns split out according to geo-targeting. You might find areas that you can exclude that have historically converted for CPLs far above your goal or have spent significantly without converting. So I hope you found some gems in this list that maybe you haven't thought of before or haven't tried yet, and good luck in reducing cost per lead in your account.